quadratic equation da the sets so agachana the matrix so na the kadi matrix and determinants.
Now what China has done, first of all, China has claimed its sovereignty on these islands, and then number two, China has started converting these islands into proper islands. These were shoals uninhabited by the people, रिहाइश नहीं रखी जा सकती थी वहाँ पे. अब चाइना ने वहाँ पे रेक्लामेशन के प्रोसेस के ज़रिए वहाँ पे चाइना ने नीचे से और ऊपर से पत्थर और सेडिमेंट डालने शुरू किए हैं और उनको उसने 32,000 एकड़ और 7 shoals को it has converted into proper islands which is paved, which is properly constructed, and over there it has also established runway, it has deployed its jets, it has deployed its missiles over there, and that is the we can call it the militarization of South China Sea. And in this regard, you know, there is the China strategy is to that it should no other country should enter into its region. Now China's this behavior, China strategy, this is contradictory to the international law. The United Nations law on Convention of Sea, which came in 1994, this says that every country has its territorial geography in the ocean up to 12 nautical miles, and then secondly it has 200 nautical miles which is called exclusive economic zones. Exclusive economic zones means that country can exploit the resources right up to 200 kilometers. Now here is the point. Philippines, it claims like this, that this is the exclusive economic zone of Philippines, and therefore it has claim on these islands and also an island over here known as Scarborough. Vietnam, this is Vietnam's claim, Paracel and Spartless. And then Malaysia, this is Malaysia's, this is Brunei. So now you can see, now all these neighboring countries, these small countries, right, which are kind of form a circle in in a U format, they have their own claims, and according to international law, they claim that the sovereignty of these islands, they belong to them. Whereas China rejects their claim, and China, in fact, has been very aggressive to deal with these countries, and because of the militarization, these countries, they are also concerned about the China's strategy, and that's why Vietnam is also trying to enhance its military capability. Philippines is also trying to enhance its military capability. I will tell you when I discuss the American strategy that how they are trying to establish strong alliances with America. Now China says, and In fact, in 2013, Philippines also referred the case to International Court, which came the verdict in favor of Philippines, but China refused to accept that verdict. So this has created a lot of apprehension, right, among the neighboring states. Most recently, let's touch what is going on. It's right, the world is suffering from corona epidemic. Now these small to medium countries, they are also right battling with their internal conditions because of coronavirus. But China, right, does not seem to have, right, being pacified. China is still continuing its aggressive behavior. And there is also possibility that China may also deploy the nuclear weapons on this region. And China is threatening all these states not to intervene into these areas where China has claimed its strategy. And China has also deployed a very important weapon which is going to monitor the presence of any underwater submarine. So that is basically to focus on American arsenals. So this is all about the Chinese strategy, where I repeat that there is competition on these two sets of the island between the neighbors and China. And China is behaving very assertively. Now let's move on to East China Sea. In East China Sea, right, you have Japan and Korea, and here China has also you can say conflict with Japan on the Senkaku Island. So that is also important, that even in East China Sea there is a clash on one or two islands between Japan and China. Let's go on to America. In this region, the main competition is between America and China. Which region? This Pacific portion of Asian countries. And now if we give it a name of Indo-Pacific region, that means Indian Ocean as well as this special part of the ocean and this region. So this is Indo-Pacific region. American objective. What is American objective again, right, in this whole region? The American objective is obviously to maintain its position of dominance. It does not want any power to challenge its superiority. And second objective is obviously to contain China. And China has observed whatever China has done, that China here, it's not behaving peacefully, but China is behaving in a different way. And China is dealing with the neighbors, right, a very, very aggressive way. So what American objective is to contain China. And to check the militarization of this region. And what America wants here, America wants that the centrality of international law should be applied in this region. And by international law, I mean the United Nations Law Convention on Law of Sea. It should be applied here, and that these countries, right, they have exclusive economic zones up to 200 kilometers, and therefore, right, China's claim that it has been rejected by America. China should give, right, respect to the international law and the United Nations Convention on Law of Sea. It wants to maintain the freedom of navigation in this water. Beyond the exclusive economic zone, you have international water, and America wants the freedom of navigation over there. And in the same regard, it is having freedom of navigation operations in this region, and that is American strategy. America also wants to maintain a regional order in this part of the world. Regional order means that all these states, they should cooperate with each other, they should have cooperative behavior, and they should try to integrate the whole region, and they should promote democracy, good governance, human dignity, human rights, economy, and security. So that the regional order is stable and it is non-confrontational. कोई confrontation ना हो यहाँ पे, इसलिए इन मुल्कों को आपस में इंटीग्रेट हो, कोऑपरेट करें और अपने आप को स्ट्रेंथन करें. इसके अलावा अमेरिका ने क्या किया है? अमेरिका हैज़ साइंड डिफेंस पैक्ट्स विद 2 to 3 countries in this region. One is with Philippines, second is with Vietnam, and the third is with Japan. The most important defense pact is with Iran. And then Philippines and Vietnam. America is not taking sides with any country, but if there is a conflict, if there is a confrontation, right, between China and the Philippines, or China and Vietnam, or China and Japan, as America has signed defense pacts with them, so America will definitely come to defend its allies in this region. So that may lead to, again, escalation of the tension. and plus America has also established alliances in this Pacific region. America, after the end of the Second World War, first of all, America deployed its 87,000 soldiers in Southeast China Sea in order to protect South Korea and Japan. So these were two American allies. Then America has also established military base at Guam, an island in Pacific Ocean. It is one of the major military base of America. Then in Australia, the north region of Australia known as Darwin, America has military bases over there. Then in Malaysia, Singapore, and Vietnam, and Korea. And America therefore has been maintaining these alliances with them. Now, an important turn, it comes in 2011 when American Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, she gave a new name to the American alliance with these countries called rebalancing of the alliance. Rebalancing of the alliance, which was again given the name, a different name by Barack Obama in 2013, the rebalancing strategy or Asia pivot. According to this strategy, America decided to overhaul its previous alliances with these countries. By overall means to re-strengthen the alliances with these countries, and these countries which became skeptical, which became doubtful about America's support in this region for its allies, they were concerned that America is already bogged down in Afghanistan, America is already struggling in Iraq and Middle East, so America may not be covering this region or maybe ignoring this region. Therefore, America, in order to give assurance, rather America wanted to give reassurance to these countries through this alliance that we will be supporting to you and America would be standing behind you. And then America again, Donald Trump gave it the new name after rebalancing and Asia pivot. Now Donald Trump has started calling this region Asia Pacific and Asia Pacific strategy. And in this Asia Pacific strategy, India has been taken as an important ally of America. I've already explained that in Indian Ocean, America has already given the power to India to behave as a junior superman on behalf of America, and it has also signed the agreements COMCASA and LIMOA and major defense agreements, and now India would also be acting and behaving with America in order to strengthen America's position in Asian Pacific. Beside this, America has also has also maintained its military and its military equipments in the Indian Ocean. Its objective is to maintain, obviously I repeat, to maintain its position. Number two, forward deployment of the forces, and that America has done. American vessels, they sail, right, in the South China Sea, and it has, right, couple of times, 2016 and 2018, it had clashes with the Chinese, and Chinese, they captured both the naval bases of America. So America is trying to have surveillance and supervision around these countries. And third is America wants to have deterrence. No country should try to challenge, and there should be deterrence that if China establishing its military bases, if China is militarizing this region, America will deter, America will respond in the same way. And similarly, America wants to have reliable combat operations. America wants United Nations Law of Convention to be followed. America wants to see that the international law, right, it should be properly implemented in this region. America's aircraft carrier also had sailed in the same part, and on the other side China has two aircrafts, and both these aircrafts, they are deployed again in South China Sea. So if both these countries, they do not restrain का मतलब होता है खींच के रखना, they do not restrain from each other, then there is every possibility of accidental confrontation or controlled escalation in this region. And recently, a couple of days ago, besides converting 7 islands into proper islands, China has also announced 2 administrative districts, one at Paracel and the other at Spartley, which has again sent the jerks or tremors among the Vietnamese, and they have objected and protested to this China's conversion of 2 administrative districts. So China is in no mood to surrender or to get back or to be polite. And therefore America has to respond in the same way, because America cannot afford. America does not have any territorial claim in this part, but America wants to save its allies from the Chinese aggression. And America also knows that this region is full of resources and oil, fisheries, and therefore, this area, the position of supremacy must be maintained in this part. China and America, if they do not restrain, then this region may become one of the most volatile regions of the world. Even from Indian Ocean, the whole world's eyes, they have shifted into this Pacific region, because the tension is soaring over here, and the militarization is increasing. And I've already told you that Vietnam has taken multiple military equipments from America. Philippines has also done so, and then Singapore has also taken aircrafts. Then Vietnam also has similar agreements, and has also in fact decided to enhance the number of troops and deployments and military equipment. And Japan has also decided, obviously with the consent of America, that Japan may also get militarized. Japan, which has a Pacific constitution after Second World War, now it is considering to have amendment in the constitution and to deploy its own military for its security and defense. And South Korea, America has already deployed THAAD missiles over there. So you can see how militarization is increasing and tension is increasing in these areas. And now what could be the solutions? The very first solution is all the countries, they should have a code of conduct. They should have multilateral agreement, and they should establish some parameters, and they should try to resolve these conflicts by following those codes of conducts. Next possibility, that is once again international tribunal. With the consent of all the parties, the cases, they can be referred to international tribunal, and then the parties must agree with the decisions and verdict of international tribunal. Next possibility is that share the resources. The main conflict is on sharing the resources. So how they can share the resources? Once again, they have to sit, they have to negotiate, and they can have their percentage from these resources. Next, military to military talk. Military to military talk, because militaries, they are active over here, so they should talk with each other, and they should try to demilitarize region, and they should try to have some mutual agreement to avoid any conflict in the region. And finally, crisis management. Crisis management through security and economics. Security of the whole region and economic objectives of the whole region. So can they handle it by crisis management? So ladies and gentlemen, if they can't have these 6 things, code of conduct, multilateral agreement, international tribunal decision, sharing resources, military to military talks, and crisis management, if they realize these are the best options for them. Otherwise there could be a conflict in this region. I have already explained that the small skirmishes, the small clashes, they have already been taking place. Right? between various countries with China. But what is more dangerous, that is the direct clash between America and China. That would be detrimental for the region. And in case of that attack, obviously the economy of this region would be affected and trade would be affected, and finally I also remember there is another, okay, I've discussed all these things, so let's hope that the better sense prevail and the strategy of restraint it prevails, and the strategy of controlled escalation it prevails on both sides between America and China. So this is all of the lecture. I hope you have understood the boundaries, significance, the strategies and the impact of these regions. Thank you.
Thank you.